There's something oddly satisfying about seeing Samsung finally get serious about its budget phones. For years, their affordable models felt more like afterthoughts, slow processors, basic cameras, and those displays that made even watching YouTube feel like a punishment. But this time, something's different. The new Galaxy A07 doesn't just break expectations, it crushes them, and it does it at just 90 bucks. Yeah, you heard that right. A Samsung phone under 100 that actually performs way better than it should. Let's find out how they pulled this off. Oh, and before we dive deep, welcome back everyone. Sam here. If you enjoy honest, exciting tech breakdowns like this, make sure to hit that like button, share it with your tech-loving friends, and subscribe for more fun deep dives every week. All right, let's get into it. When you first unbox the Galaxy A07, you immediately notice something rare in this price range: effort. The packaging feels clean and practical, and depending on where you buy it, you might even find a 25W charger and a protective case inside. That's a small touch, but it instantly gives this phone a value advantage most competitors don't even try to match. The design is simple but surprisingly classy. The dark green version has this subtle reflective finish that catches light beautifully. Yes, it's made of plastic, but it's the good kind. The kind that doesn't creak or feel hollow. It's lightweight, durable, and honestly, it feels more premium than it has any right to at this price. Samsung's gone for a very clean rear layout, just 2 cameras and a small LD flash, no clutter, no gimmicks. Now, the frame houses everything exactly where you'd expect. On the right, you get your power button with an integrated fingerprint reader, fast, responsive, and reliable. Volume buttons sit right above it. On the left, a hybrid CM slot with microSD expansion up to 2 TB. Great if you hoard photos or videos. Up top, a microphone, and at the bottom, headphone jack, USB-C port, another mic, and a single loudspeaker. It's all very straightforward and functional. The 6.7-inch display is where Samsung starts flexing a little. Sure, it's HD sus and not AMOLED, but it's a PLS LCD panel. Samsung's take on IPS, with surprisingly good colors and viewing angles. And the real win here, the 90Hz refresh rate. That's a feature we never expected at this price point. Scrolling feels smooth, animations are fluid, and overall usability jumps to a whole new level. Watching YouTube, browsing Instagram, or even light gaming feels noticeably snappier than the usual 60Hz budget phones. Of course, it's not perfect, the bezels are still there, but at an 85% screen-to-body ratio, it doesn't feel outdated, and the water drop notch. Honestly, it's fine. It's small, unobtrusive, and houses an 8MP selfie camera that does the job just right for casual snaps and video calls. Sound-wise, the A07 keeps it basic. There's only one bottom-firing speaker, and while it's loud enough for calls or podcasts, don't expect it to fill a room. If you're serious about audio, plug in your wired earphones. The 3.5mm jack is still alive here, and that's a win in my book. Now, here's where things start to get interesting. The MediaTek Helio G99. This chip is no joke for a sub-100 phone. It's a 6nm processor that powers even some mid-range models costing twice as much. Everyday use, smooth. Multitasking, surprisingly good. Even games like Call of Duty Mobile and Asphalt 9 run decently at medium settings. Sure, you'll feel a bit of warmth after longer sessions, but the phone never overheats or lags unbearably. Samsung really nailed the optimization here. The phone runs on Android 15 with One UI 7, which is impressive for a budget device. But the real shocker, Samsung is promising 6 years of updates. That's unheard of in this segment. It means this cheap phone will likely outlive several mid-rangers when it comes to software support. Storage and memory are flexible. You can get it with 4GB, 6GB, or 8GB of RAM, and up to 256GB of internal storage, plus that microSD slot for expansion. It's plenty for daily users, students, or even as a backup device. Cameras on budget phones are usually an afterthought, but Samsung's made some effort here. The main 50MP sensor actually produces crisp, detailed shots in good lighting. Portrait mode, powered by the 2MP depth sensor, does a solid job separating subjects. Indoors or in dim light, it struggles a bit, but the night mode adds just enough brightness to make photos usable. The front camera's 8MP sensor gives decent selfies. Not overly sharp, but natural enough for social media. Video recording is limited to 1080p at 30fps on both front and rear, which is fair. Stabilization could have been better, but color tones and exposure are balanced. It's not a content creator's phone, but for the price, it's hard to complain. Battery life, though, that's where this thing shines. The 5000 mAh cell easily lasts a full day and then some. Light users can stretch it to a day and a half. Even with heavy gaming or streaming, you'll rarely worry about battery anxiety. Charging back up with a 25W charger takes about an hour and 25 minutes, which is more than reasonable for this class. Build-wise, the A07 doesn't just look good, it's practical. It has an IP54 rating, so it can handle splashes and light dust exposure. You probably shouldn't take it into the shower or a sandstorm, but you won't panic over a spilled drink either. There's no Gorilla Glass protection, but the screen resists minor scratches decently. And since Samsung includes a basic case in some regions, you're off to a safe start. Here's the thing. Samsung didn't reinvent the budget phone with the A07. They just finally gave it the attention it deserved. Instead of cutting corners everywhere, they made smart trade, offs a sturdy plastic build instead of glass, a solid display instead of OLED, and reliable performance instead of flashy gimmicks. And for under 100s, that's exactly what users want, a phone that just works day in and day out without compromise. So who's this phone for? Pretty much anyone who wants a dependable daily driver without burning cash. It's great for students, for parents, or as a backup phone. It's durable, runs smoothly, takes decent pictures, and lasts all day. Samsung finally remembered what made the A series popular in the first place: value. The Galaxy A07 isn't trying to compete with flagships, it's redefining what budget should feel like in 2025. So if you're thinking about getting one, I'd say go for it. For $90, it's easily one of the most balanced phones Samsung's ever made at this price point. All right, that's been my full review of the Galaxy A07. Let me know in the comments what you think of this new budget beast. Would you pick it up for yourself, or do you think another brand does it better at this price? Drop your thoughts below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and I've got a lot more tech surprises coming your way. Catch you in the next one.